I'll tell you what I told Tony. I was like, where does she go from here? And I think the structure of the show this year is going to shock everybody because it does jump in time a lot. So you'll really meet these characters for a long period of time in their life, like glimpses in
Yeah.
their lives.
Estoy tratando. No lo sigas intentando, mi hermano.
Good evening. My name is Niger Chambers. I'm from Big Go Belt Media. Adria, thank you so much for your time today. Very excited to talk about your latest project, Los Frikis, which is going to be premiering December 25th. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. How are you?
I am well, man. What a year you have had. And just the body of work, because really the transition between these characters, and I know how passionate you are about storytelling, and when it comes down to playing these type of diverse characters, these diverse types of stories. I mean, I was super excited to check this one out, especially when I saw your name on it, because I just know what you bring to the table each and every time.
Mm.
Before we talk about this, I got to ask you something really quickly, because this is something I've been like, it's been burning me that I did not ask
Go
Zoe
for it.
Kravitz when I had a chance. Sarah's still
Go for
alive,
it.
right? From Blink
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Are we going to get back to the table and finish telling some more story there? Because I need more of that.
I think that's very much a Zoe question, but yeah, she's alive.
Yeah, yeah. I would be all on board for a Blink twice or however they want.
Oh man, what would that movie be like?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Maybe don't blink twice.
I like that one better.
Let's talk about this story with Maria. Los Frikis, again, such a transformative journey with Maria. And again, it's just a testament to who you are when it comes down to embodying these characters. I want to know for you, was there any particular specific scenes or moments that really challenged you as an actor?
Oh, this whole movie, really. I think every scene, every movie is important, and I think it's always a challenge. If you pick them right, I think it's always a challenge. And I think I'm picking them a little too right because I'm challenged. I'm, I'm struggling. Um, but in this one, you had elements. I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Caribbean, but I'm not Cuban. And going into this and having to, my body sort of moves like it's just a different thing that happens, but I don't have the accent. And I was really nervous about the accent because authenticity to Michael and Tyler was everything when telling this story, when bringing this movie to life. So much that it was so important for them that every other actor aside from myself was Cuban from Cuba. And for those of you that don't know, that is an impossible task. It is a communist country. To take 20 actors out of Cuba was impossible, and it took us a really long time. We managed to do it. We got 20 Cuban actors in the Dominican Republic. I had been training my accent and doing movement work and really trying to do as much research about how a woman from Pinal del Rio would sound like, would act like, especially in those times. And then, I was introduced to all the other actors, and it was beautiful how sort of life mirrored itself. It was, the story really is about these characters finding freedom within their own country, and then these actors are finding freedom and experiencing freedom for the first time in the Dominican Republic. And it was really poetic and really beautiful, and I got to live through their eyes. And I've been saying this today, I literally have said it in every interview, but there's nothing more contagious than the Cuban spirit. And the second I met them, all of a sudden I was like, I got it. What movement coach is going to teach me this? What accent coach is going to teach me this? These are my teachers. And it became this beautiful exchange of, I was going to make sure, not only as an actress, but as a producer, that they had the best experience possible filming this movie and also in their adventure in the Dominican Republic. And they took it upon themselves to help me with the accent. And we lived together, so it was almost like we were in a dorm. We had all like we're all neighbors pretty much. And I would scream, I'm like, Talia, how do I say this? And Talia would run out of her room, come to my room, and she
Yeah.
would guide me and help me. So all of a sudden, this story just took a complete twist by the time that we started filming. Everyone was so in their characters, and
Yeah.
Michael and Tyler um, were so beautiful at just giving the platform. They would just give a stage, cameras were up, and everybody go play.
Yeah.
And we did that. We played and we played and we had fun, and every actor had ownership of their own character. So to see young Cuban talent that have never been in a movie before
Hmm.
owning and shape shifting this movie is what makes it so special and is what makes Tyler and Michael so special.
Yeah, Eros is somebody to keep an eye out for. Man, what a career he is kicking off right now. Just a fantastic performance. You two really share some very special moments. I think one thing I really took from this, and yeah, just coming in and being introduced into the Cuban spirit in such an authentic way in a very, troubling time. Is on one hand, the first thing I thought about Bob Marley and how powerful and how at times the answer is music and to come here and
Yeah.
to see how rock music was something that was like a catalyst to almost uh, uh um a revolt against the country per se. Just for you, what's sort of your take about how important and how pivotal music was in terms of this really crucial time within the country?
Well, I mean, back when in the 90s, you weren't allowed to listen to music outside of Cuba, right? You had to listen to what the regime allowed you to listen to. So the fact that they listened to Nirvana and knew that it was cool by listening to 20 seconds of it, 10 seconds of it. I don't
Yeah,
even think they might have listened to the whole song, because the antenna kind of breaks off or something. So the fact that they would listen to segments of it, and understand that it was cool and understand that it was good. Um, and they didn't know what they were saying. They don't speak English, they speak Spanish, but they just knew that there was something. And Paco has a great line. Asks him, how do you know that they're good? How do you know that how do you know this is rock and roll? Is it rock and roll? You feel it in your veins.
yeah,
And it's so true. It's something that music, when it's good, it's visceral. It's in your veins. It's in
yeah,
our bodies. It's part of our culture, especially if you're Caribbean,
yeah,
it's in you. Um, and it was a form of expression, and that's
yeah,
why they do what they do in order to express themselves, in order to be artists, in order to listen to whatever they want to, they have to go through these, you know, very drastic measures to experience freedom for the first time and last time in their lives. But they enjoyed themselves. They listened to music. They ate good food. And
yeah,
it sounds crazy, but the other options were also crazier.
yeah,
Getting on a raft and trying to make it to Florida, or
yeah,
dying out of starvation. Like, where is the right answer? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Mm,
every time someone hears, oh, they injected themselves with HIV, I'm like, yeah, but you're talking about Cuba, which they had limits to information. They had no
yeah,
idea what HIV was, what it was
yeah,
going to become. So in their heads, it was like COVID or a flu.
yeah,
It,
yeah.
there'll
Mm,
be a cure. There'll be a cure soon.
yeah.
And it's all repercussions of the regimen that they still today live under.
Yeah. Mm. I really could talk
Yeah.
to you so much longer about this and
I know, and
you
I could talk about this movie forever. Every interview is like 20 minutes. I don't shut up.
and I love how you try to very subtly slide in there being a producer. I think that's very exciting to see you stepping into that role. Obviously, you have some things coming up next year, one which you also have a producer role in, and then you're coming back with the best Star Wars property out there with Andor season
Get
two.
ready. Get
You
ready.
you are ready to tell me just anything we could talk about how Bix has
Oh,
evolved from the first season to the next? Anything you can slide in there about that?
oh man, I would get in so much trouble. But I'll tell you what I told Tony. I was like, where does she go from here? And I think the structure of the show this year is going to shock everybody because it does jump in time a lot. So you'll really meet these characters for a long period of time in their life, like glimpses in
Yeah.
their lives. So, and that was really challenging to kind of portray glimpses of someone's life throughout. But I think it'll be really interesting. I'm going to shut up.
Okay.
I'm,
But can you say
I'm, a,
anything
I'm
about
a shut up.
Splitsville since you've been a producer on there? Anything you can say about that?
Oh man, that one's a fun one. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a unlike any character I've ever played. It's quirky, it's funny, and then I'm doing the also producing the A24 movie with Adam Wingard here in New Mexico. Um, and that one's it's just it. This one's been a ride.
I'm ready for it all. I'll be here for each and every one of
You
them.
should be
Listen,
ready
let's,
for Andor. Andor's gonna be. I can't
you
wait.
know
I
it.
can't
Inject it right now in my veins. I need it.
wait.
Listen, let's end the interview off with this one right now. Los Frikis is such a fantastic film.
Thank you
Again,
so
what
much.
a just a fantastic performance here you as Maria. I'm going to give you just an opportunity to just talk about lastly just why this is an important film that everybody needs to go see, and what does it mean to you to have this a part of your resume, a part of your collective projects that you've done. What does it mean for you to have been a part of this film and also be a producer on it?
Oh, this movie has completely changed my life and changed my perspective on a lot of things. I just feel really lucky that I got to be a part of it. I got to be a vessel in telling this story. And I feel really lucky that through this movie we get to introduce beautiful raw Cuban talent. And I'm so excited for everybody to see what Hector Medina and what Eros de la Puente are capable of doing as artists, as actors, as performers. They're some of the best actors I've worked with. So I'm feeling really lucky.
Thank you so much for that. Listen, Adria,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for your time today. Once again, folks, Los Frikis comes to theaters December 25th. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.